Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top four seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the out route. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And there's the handoff. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Coverage team brings down the returner. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, what a move. Using a strong stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Big wins like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to pass. It's Wade. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Brings up third
offense gets set up here. It's third down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. And the attempt is no good. And with that miss, the score remains the same.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. Second down after that previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Breaks loose at the 45. It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The gain makes it second and medium. Send the back in motion. The shotgun handoff here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. He hands it off from the gun. It tests the middle and gets stuck. That is just not open for business today.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Extra point try coming now. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Gators offense retakes the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. The pass rush closing in. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Solid game there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he goes down after a huge game. This offense is clicking now. And the Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Karapateas.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And he's tackled after the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here comes an important third down play. The coach does not want to send the field goal kicker out there after what happened last time. The pre-snap motion from the offense. To throw, it's Wade. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finds an open target on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they check him out. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair.
I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. And he fields it inside the 15. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Spins away from defenders. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards in the first half. So really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Third down coming up after that running play. Snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. And now the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a...
He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. The Buckeyes line up with a first and goal. First and goal, handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. That penalty sets up the offense with a first and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. Look, if you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Play action fake, looking to throw. He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And the point after is right down the middle. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now the important point after attempt. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. They'll try the right here. Lights off a defender. Makes the catch for the defense. Breaks in the ball, and it's a short game.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll hand it off. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Breaks loose at the 40.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. In the clear at the 25. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7. The Buckeyes looking to cash in the red zone. There's the handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. The back's got it. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. He'll hand it off. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. Long enough and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. The corner is now playing a couple yards off the ball. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Oh, and he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it.
You know, with what? Get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. Looking downfield, it's Wade. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
A completion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gators.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. They get him down at the 33 after a solid return. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. They'll run it here. He's found some room at the 45. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Florida offense retakes the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. The Gators come to the line in a hurry up. Tailback with another carry. Running right through tacklers. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Scanning the field. It's Wade. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Gators will line up to boot it away. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. And the punt coverage team able to touch it, so no return on the play. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That's a design quarterback keeper. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Quarterback's got it on the option. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. Buckeyes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
They'll give it to the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it's fielded. The returner trying to create good field position here. And the returner is brought down. The Gators offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Handoff running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can...
And they heave it deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The shotgun running play call. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the 2nd half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
It's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Pass caught. 2nd down now. Looking downfield, it's Wade. Bringing pressure. And they get him down, but that's a solid game there to move the sticks using his feet.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. And the Gators pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
PAT is good, makes it a 3-point game, 31-28. Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. And they bounce back from that costly error here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the 1st half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quick throw, the catch is made. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Buckeyes come up to the line in the hurry up. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The game makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Buckeyes are in the red zone now. Ball handed off. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Oh, the ball is not free. Who's got it? Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Chris, we're in the 4th quarter. You're in the red zone with a nice lead, a chance to maybe score and put this game away, and instead you put the ball on the ground. It's a fumble. This game just got really interesting.
They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Wade. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And it's complete downfield. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That's a strong stiff arm. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Back to pass. It's Wade. Looking to scramble. He bought some time, now lets it go. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Karapateas. Powers through a tackle. Touchdown, Gators. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Pickoff teams on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's got it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? They'll tackle him at the 27.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Crucial moment late in the game, 3rd and inches. Which side can impose their will? Can they pick up the first on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
Second down play coming up. They're going to run it. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. They're going to run it here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all you got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
The PAT is important to make it a 3-point lead. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Scanning the field, it's Wade. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it for a big gain. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. New set of downs after that completion.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. Well, going to the line here with the clock running. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First down, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On the run here. Lets it go. The sophomore quarterback fortunate that didn't end in an interception. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And here's the handoff. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can you keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Florida. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Turn starts inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Quick throw caught on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On first and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. Second down after that short completion. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option. A late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. The Buckeyes line up on first and 10 now. And the quarterback dropping back. Oh, it is incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
And Chris, with the game on the line, the offense delivers. Good job up front. The quarterback makes a great throw, and they get the go-ahead score here late in the game.